Okay, I know it's been a while, but I don't have time to apologize for that. If you're following me on Instagram, you probably understand that there's a lot going on in my house right now. I've got roommates and lots of friends coming and going, and it just hasn't died down yet. The newness of the house hasn't subsided any, so there's still a lot of people coming and going. It's really hard for me to get any spare time, alone time in my own house. There's actually people right outside my door listening to this right now, and it's a little bit awkward. But you guys are just gonna have to be okay with that. I'll get back on schedule eventually. Basically, what I wanted to talk about today is people that take skateboarding way too seriously. They base their own level of fun. The fun that they have in skateboarding is directly proportionate to their skill level. Unless they're better than somebody else, a specific somebody in most cases, they select a person and their goal is to be better than this person. And then if that person starts to get better, they have to get better than them again. And it's just all based off of not even progression or having fun. It's just out of spite to be better than somebody else. You suck all the fun out of skateboarding when you do that. And I understand skating with friends and trying to one up them and be a little bit better. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy that can't have fun unless he's better than the other guy. Where if you land a trick before him, or you land something that he thought of but hadn't started to try yet, it just fucking it ruins his entire day. He can't function once you've done the trick that he was gonna do or that he was trying to do. It eats away at him, or her, I suppose, in some cases, rare cases. Uh, I don't think it's a very common thing. It does happen. I know it happens. I'm sure it's a lot more popular in places like skate parks where the competition level is a little higher, where you're with a bunch of people that you don't necessarily know. There's always going to be regulars, but then there's going to be that outsider, and people feel the need to compete with each other, and it's a bullshit scenario. It is. Maybe some people are into it, and I understand that everybody has this competitive edge, and they need to, you know, flex their muscles every now and then and feel like they're superior to somebody else. But if you have to suck the fun out of something for somebody else, suck the fun out of something for somebody else so that you can enjoy it, you're an asshole. You're a douchebag. That's not cool, okay? Let other people enjoy themselves. You don't need to try to one-up them and be better than them. And if you do, keep it to yourself, okay? Don't make a big deal out of it. Don't go out of your way to be a cocksucker. It's not cool. In the end, you just end up hurting yourself because you're burning a bunch of bridges. You're making people dislike you, people that could be skating with you, and there's no point in it. So just I don't know, maybe leave the drama at home and go out and skate and have fun. And if you're not having fun skating, you probably don't need to be skating in the first place because you're definitely not being a good representative of skateboarding as a whole. If you don't like it, don't do it. Don't force yourself to do something that you don't enjoy. If you don't like skateboarding, don't do it. It's not that difficult. If you can't be happy just going out and skating flatland by yourself after school or after work or on your lunch break or whatever, you're probably in it for the wrong reason. It's a cool thing to do right now. A lot of people are into it, and a lot of people, from outside of skateboarding and see it as something cool. That's the way it is right now. It isn't always this way. Eventually, this hype will die down. Skateboarding will die again, and it'll fade into not obscurity. I mean, people are always going to know what skateboarding is. It'll die out in popularity. We'll go back to being outlaws and outcasts, and then it'll fire right back up again. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not really sure exactly when it became, I suppose, mainstream, I guess, almost at this point. Not quite, because it's still illegal to skate in the streets, and you still do get harassed for it. And I would say the majority of people don't understand skateboarding for what it is. Or if they do, they still feel the need to put a stop to it, as if it's some sort of a criminal activity. But just have fun. It's not that hard. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. Same thing goes with, if you're playing soccer or football or you're wrestling or you're playing baseball or softball or whatever. If you don't like it, don't do it. Don't let somebody else push you to do something that you don't enjoy. Now, there's obvious exceptions to that, okay? You need to do well in school. Whether or not you like it, you need to do well. Okay, you need to get a job, you need to work, you need to make money, you need to be a productive member of society. Okay, there are things that are required of you. Skateboarding is not one of those things. Soccer, football, whatever, not required of you. Those are things that you're supposed to enjoy, you're supposed to have fun with. So do it. And if you can't do it, don't do it. It's mind blowing to me that people can push themselves to progress so far into something when they don't give a shit about it. They don't care about skateboarding or whatever activity it is. They just want to be the best at it. They don't want to know the history of it. They don't want to know anything about the business end of it. They don't care about footage. They don't care about, knowing where spots are or anything like that. They don't care. They just want to be the best. And if you know somebody like that, post in the comments about how fucking annoying it is. Because it is. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. I'm trying to get my roommates to shut up every now and then so that I can make videos, but they insist that I can make them with them in the house, but it's really impossible. It is.